Okay, howdy. This is going to be a series of little videos. 7/28/2015, 10:17 p.m. I had made another video, but it turned into about 30 minutes long, so I'm just doing smaller videos here. Um, this one is going to be on little tips. Basically, all these little videos are going to be tips, upgrades, cheap things you can do to upgrade your guns and firearms and stuff. This first one here is going to be about gun shows, gun stores, pawn shops, any retail place where you go and buy firearms, gun shows, for instance. Um, you can get things really, really cheap at those places if you know what you're doing. If you're trying to actually buy stuff cheap, firearms related material, you have to go to the internet. The internet is the only place to go for real cheap items. Gun shows, everybody there at the gun show, they have bought an item and they're trying to sell that item for a profit. Now, yeah, I know you guys say, oh, yeah, stupid, that's the way it is, but that's how they do it. They buy it on the cheap and they try to resell it for an overly high price. Pawn stores are the same thing. Somebody brings in the item, they get that person. I bring in, for instance, a Draco pistol. I get so much money for that Draco pistol. Pawn store gets the Draco pistol. Uh, Pawn store then resells it for a super high upmarked price. Uh, Gun stores, your local gun shop, they do the same thing as well. Gun shops, pawn stores, gun shows, all the same thing. I'll give you some examples here. Um, Went to a pawn store just down the street here. Draco pistol, $800. You go on slickguns.com, you can find Draco pistols for $400. Various types, various models. Okay. I went to a gun show a couple of years back and I got a video up of it. I bought a Romanian 75 round AK drum. Got that for like $100. It was listed at like 125. I walked up to them. I said, "I'll give you 100 for it." They sold it to me. Why? Who the hell knows? Maybe they'd been sitting on it for a long time and it had made them no money. Um, Whatever reason. Here's another example. This is kind of some show and tell because that's what I'm going to have on a lot of these videos. Scope here. Okay. It's a Tasco 3 to 7 by 20. It does have a little haze in it, but here's what happened at the gun show. Um, I walked up to the guy that was selling it. I picked up the scope. I looked through it. I legitimately thought it was damaged because I thought the crosshairs were off. The reason why is because these things were wobbling. So I picked it up at an angle and said, "Well, what the fuck? The crosshairs are off on this." And I said, "Ah, fuck it. It's a scope." I said to the guy, "Give you $1 for it." Well, at first I said to him, I picked it up and I was like, "Damn thing, it's all fucked up, man. It's all messed up." And the guy just kind of looked at me because what it is this is something that he had bought or from somewhere. He never even looked into it. And I said, "Damn thing's all fucked up, dude." And then I turned around and I said, "I'll give you $1 for it." He's like, "Okay." Here's the trick you use at gun shows. You have your money. You bring in your money, but you only keep like $5 or $20 in your pocket. That way, when you reach in, you're not pulling out a whole fat stack of cash. And you go up to some fucking place and you offer them. You go, "I'll take that for $5." And that way, when you pull your money out, it's believable as well. But a lot of these guys at gun shows, they'll set on items for months or whatever. They'll just have tons of equipment they'll set on, and they can't get rid of it. So you make them an offer, you know. Same thing with the pawn stores and stuff like that. Um, some people will accept the offer, some won't. Here's a good example. There was a double barrel shotgun at a gun show, and it had the short handle double barrel. And I go up to the guy. I'm like, he had it listed for $80. I'm like, "I'll give you 60 for that." He's like, "Oh, no, no, man, I can't take that." So I walked away. I came back a little while later, looked at it again, walked away. Sent my sister over there, and I said, "You know what? Why don't you go over there and you ask him, say, I'll get it for 60 again." And my sister went over there and she comes back. She says, "No, he wants to do it for 65." Now, because I'd set myself at a limit, I said 60 was all I was going to pay for that gun. when he came back with the offer of 65, I was like, no, fuck it, nah. Because he was still trying to do this hardcore pawn type of upsell stuff. Yeah, well, I'll try for that. He lost out on the fucking deal. Who knows if he even made any money on that, you know? But you gotta stick to your guns on that. You gotta say, I'm only gonna do it with this amount of money, and that's that. You keep your $5 in your pocket. You come up to, or you $3. $3 is a good one. You go over there. You go, look, man, this is all I got left. You want to take that or what? Say, I spent everything else around here. You got that there for $5. I'll give you 3. This is all I got left, dude. I just want to leave with something else. Sometimes they'll do it. Sometimes they won't. So that's a little pawn store, gun show, gun store tip. Always try to make an offer because you're not missing out on anything at those places. Those places are already trying to upsell. You already get the cheap deal at on the internet, and that's another thing. Show these people internet ads. Go, I can get that on the internet for that price, and they'll come back with a smart answer. And I've had them do that to me, like with Uzi magazines and stuff like that. Oh yeah, no you can't. I come back, I'm like, hey, look at that, Apex Guns, or RTG, whatever, D&D Cells, whatever. Look at that. I'm like, so I went up to one guy. I was like, you can get those mags on there for $9 each. He's like, no, you can't. You can't do that anywhere. I came back to him. I showed him the ad, and I said, yeah, you can. And then I said to him, you want to get those for $9? He says, I'll give it to you for 10. That way you're saving shipping. I'm like, no, fuck it. I walked away because I was fucking with him on purpose at that point because I'd rubbed his nose in it. So there's that. Little gun store, gun show tips and stuff like that. Take it for what you can. Bye bye.